Hey guys, it's Tim. Welcome back to Montana. I'm out here in the shop in the evening, and I realized what I'm looking at is going to make a great start to this next video. If you guys remember, I was struggling about whether to put the boomer wheels on over my fuel Cyclone. My Federal Coraggio MT 35 by 12.5 mud tires were spent, and I didn't want to drive them last winter, so I put the boomer wheels on. Well, I wanted to go back to stock, at least as far as wheel, not necessarily tire. And the same day that my Bro wheels sold, these boomer Denali wheels showed up, and they have basically brand new tires on them. And it was almost a one-to-one swap as far as trading my other wheels for these with the fresh tires. So this is the new setup. But I'm gonna run these, get some life out of them, and then down the line, once I figure out what size tire I want to do. Only thing I don't like is that they're kind of sunk. It's not bad, but I would like a little bit more, so I'm just kind of looking at spacers. I think that'll be perfect. This is probably gonna be a dumb move with the sun going down, but I'm gonna try and change the transmission fluid and both filters and drop the pan before that happens. The mail came early today, so I'm gonna do a little bit of an unboxing here in the office. Cab lights. Ooh, these are nice. Yeah, they're nice. Just a little dirt on there. Cool, they're supposed to seal up pretty good with this foam. Yeah, they feel quality. Subtle little branding up there, which is kind of cool. All right, well, I think it's the moment of truth. Got the truck in the shop, and I'm gonna disconnect the battery and then drop the headliner so we can start cutting holes in a perfectly good roof. So the battery is disconnected. First step is take the headliner down. This one's all right there. Makes sense. Was right. There are clips back there. If you see that, so I gotta try and pop those out. Found that other screw. It's nice. So I don't know what they were up here for. But yeah, these are those clips that went in there. Go. Okay, not bad. Clips too, yep. There we go. I need to get an extension from there. Another one up here. Yeah. There we go. That'll work. So try to keep everything organized. Got one for the left, the driver's side, and then the passenger side. So if you happen to get mixed up, the longer ones are on the A pillar and the shorter ones on the B pillar. I don't think you need to see the passenger side, so I'm gonna do that real quick. Feels like something's still stuck up there. It's not. There we go. Oh, just a little bit of glue. Looks like they used a little bit of glue there. Yeah, I've got this harness glued there, and that's kind of holding it. That's the radio antenna. Got this moving blanket set up to try and catch some of the shavings. It's not going to catch them all. In fact, this will probably be a pain to clean out, so I'll put it up like this so I can vacuum a little better. Now it's time to mask it up and start getting the template set up. So the kit comes with a template. It's really nice they do that. It takes all the guesswork out. passenger side, center driver's side, and then this line lines up with the window, and then with, I guess, the gutter for the edge of the roof. We'll look when we get up there. I guess this inside light doesn't matter so much. Still remember having a cut in kindergarten. Like, what is the point of this? Well, apparently this is it. So this one's off slightly. So what I might do is just drill the hole slightly that way. I don't know how much give there is, but these are pretty good. It's just kind of tough guys. There's a lip. And over the lip. They didn't say to use a center punch, but I do not want this wandering, so I'm gonna try my best. Get a center punch going here. Well, here's the point of no return. 1/8 inch bit. Make sure I got stable footing. There we go. First hole in a perfectly good roof. So this being just slightly right of the line, I'm gonna go slightly left of this side point, just ever so slightly. I don't know that it has to be NASA accurate either. Just left. Next up, supposed to put some tape over the hole, and then we'll get the step bit going. I know it's not a big deal putting a hole in metal, but I'm nauseous. My drill bit caught and tweaked the metal a little bit, but I think it'll be okay once the light is on. Just test fit it. Just gonna ream it out, get rid of these edges. So I cleaned up the hole and put a little bit of paint on it because I don't want that rusting. All right, got these holes cut. Probably do well to not use a 20-year-old step bit. I don't know if it's that old, but it's old. So I'm gonna ream these out inside and outside, and then let's put some paint on them. All right, everything's cut and cleaned up. I don't really like how the metal's deformed, but that's more on me with that step bit. You'd probably be better off getting a better one. I'm not terribly worried though, because these are just gonna go in and cover it, I hope. And that 1/4 inch is kind of liberal. 1 1/4 is kind of liberal. Probably get away with an inch hole. There, that'll be there. Now they're not tightened down, but I think they look pretty good so far. I'll tweak the position once I get the inside bolts on. I think paint match is definitely the move. If you're gonna do it, get a paint match. The lights are on. I think it looks pretty good. I measured out so that they were even from the outer trim. I made them pretty tight. There's no torque spec, and I don't want to crank it. Next up is the harness, and this is pretty nice. Nice clips, nice wrap. It feels very OEM on it. And this goes from the passenger side, clips into everybody, and then down the A-pillar into here. Now I've already got some stuff in here for the dash cam and for the reverse camera. Not reverse camera, I had a trailer camera hooked up with a monitor. That's what this guy was. And it runs all the way to the back. So this extra 4-pin. I've got the boost harness set up and zipped up next to the factory loom up there. I've got my extra wire, USB wire for my dash cam, and then I tucked my USB and video cable for my trailer cam up here, as I'm not running it now and it's bothering me that it was hanging down. I don't want to fully take that one out yet, but I will if I end up running a different camera one day. But for now, no camera. Just want to get this boost harness up there. I give it a little bit of slack to kind of follow this factory location and stay out of the way of all the clips and everything. Reaching the BCM isn't so bad. I thought it was going to be kind of tough to get up in there. Trust me, the irony's not lost on me in tapping into the factory harness after fixing the Jeep. Not too bad. Those connectors are keyed, so I don't think you'll mess them up, at least not easily. Everything in the kit supplied worked great, crimped well. So maybe I'm just an idiot, but based on the video, I followed the instructions for the retrofit without turn signals, and then realized that I didn't need to crimp in the fuse. So I had to cut that line and then redo it, but everything that was tapped up here, you know, the ground on the blue connector was the same, so that was already done. So not a big deal. And they certainly give you plenty of wire, so you can probably mount it wherever you want. But this is gonna go in the stash, this is good stuff. Got the harness all cleaned up. Now I'm gonna try and find a spot up here to tuck it away. Got everything wired up there. I put that extra zip tie to pull those wires out of the way so they're not dangling. Hopefully I'm not kicking anything. The retrofit harness all coiled up, and then I've got the box zip tied in there. I'm gonna put another zip tie in there for good measure. I definitely need to clean the truck, but I found a patch and my missing ear pro. Everything's back together. Definitely in need of a detail, but we'll get that battery hook back up. Oop, just noticed the cover up here. There we go. Now everything's back together. Let's see if it works. Unlock flashes, nice, nice. All right, let me turn the lights over here. Unlock. Unlock and start up. That's cool. So on with parking lights. Yep. That's just the parking lights. Don't worry, we'll pull this outside later. Just want to make sure everything's working. The irony that I'm working on turn signals again hasn't got past me either. All right, guys, thanks for following along. If you liked the video, hit the like button. Helps the channel out. But big shout out to Boost Auto. They hooked it up. Great customer service over there. They've taken good care of me, and I know they'll take good care of you too, and they make a good product. Made in, well, at least the mirrors were, I think, in Taiwan. But the company is American, American small business, so happy to support that. Go check them out below. So lots more stuff coming. But until next time, may God bless you and keep standing up for what's right.